Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the World Messianic Church of America Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamuro gi kamuro mino mikoto mochite sumeni oya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no gimuka no tachi anano odono ahagi arani misogi arai tamo toki ni narimaseru Paraido no o kamitachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o parai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya o yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame no uchi koma no mini uri katete kikoshi meseto kashikomi mo maozu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae sakihae tamae Kum nagara damaji haemase. Kum nagara damaji haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truths given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
May God the Meishu-sama bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to the teachings of Meishu-sama. Makoto. Words of love spoken from the heart, even if awkward and stumbling, have the power to affect the hearts of others. The essence of living our faith can best be described in one word, Makoto, love. No other words are needed. No lesser word would suffice. What is missing in our world is Makoto, love, and integrity. That is really what is lacking. The simplest way to know whether a person has or does not have Makoto is to see how much value is placed on promises and whether or not they are kept. People in general do not think it is so important to keep a mere promise, but truly it is, because the breaking of one's word means that the individual has told a lie, has committed a sort of moral crime. Of the various types of promises made, the one people tend to treat the most lightly is that of punctuality. You should show consideration for the person you have promised to meet. If such consideration does not well up from within, it is because you are lacking in Makoto, love. No matter how good you may be otherwise, the absence of this one vitally important quality spoils your whole being. Anyone who believes in God should do his or her best to keep promises and to be on time always. If you cannot do this, you fail a test of faith. Those who profess to believe in God should never forget this.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you for your daily prayers towards world peace, victims of wars, of natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters and accidents. This morning, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Kimiko Shimizu. She's from the Mirandopolis Johrei Center in the state of São Paulo. Kimiko is 78 years old and has been a member of our church for 54 years. She lives in a rural area, and in February 2019, she was at home when she was bitten by a venomous snake on the index finger of her right hand. On the way to the hospital, she experienced vomiting, diarrhea, and was admitted for immediate treatment. Within 2 days, her finger became infected, and a procedure was required to scrape the affected tissue. The doctor even considered the possibility of amputation. From that moment on, she began receiving 4 to 5 hours of Johrei daily from missionaries at the Johrei Center. Less than a week, there was significant improvement, and the need for amputation was ruled out. However, due to the depth of the injury, the skin graft was still considered likely. Less than a week, there was significant improvement, and the need for amputation was ruled out. Each day, her recovery was noticeable, and she was already able to move some of her fingers. In less than 2 weeks, the wound was practically healed without the need for surgery. After 20 days, she was discharged from the hospital. She was left with no after effects, and the movement of her hand was fully preserved. As an expression of gratitude for the miracle, she made a special offering and decided to dedicate herself wholeheartedly to bringing the light of joy to others, as she felt she had received a new hand to serve in the divine work of salvation. In this spirit, she now holds weekly joy gatherings in her home, inviting neighbors, friends, and family. Through these activities, she has already guided 3 people to our faith, including her husband. In March of 2024, she was granted the blessing of receiving the calligraphy Hikari no Ie, which means home of light. She now serves as a family assistant and dedicates herself weekly at the Johrei Center. Kimiko expresses her deep gratitude to God and Meishu-sama, as well as her ancestors, for the protection and blessings she has received. She commits herself to continue guiding people so that they may become useful in the construction of paradise on earth. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you all a wonderful weekend.
So this brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us and have a blessed day.